So Blaze and I had quite the talk yesterday, Shane, about the right lead canter, and especially with me starting to ask her to try to land on the right lead canter when she was jumping. And I only jumped something half that size, like it was like 8 inches high. And I just worked on the lead. And it was really tough. And for me, I feel like because she's giving that left to right lead change so easily, like her flying change is just right there, no problem. So I don't think that she can't land on her right lead. I think it's just a mental block, right? She's always used to landing on the left, and now I'm asking her to land on the right, and she gets frustrated. And I was having a hard time keeping her straight enough to ask for it over the jump without losing her. So that's why her and I had a big sweaty talk yesterday.
But was there some progress?
Not really yesterday. Yeah. I hope that maybe she'll have thought about it today. I mean, up until I got into that with her, she was great. Like, well, it took me a while because I haven't been riding her, so it took me a while to get her like on the bit, relaxed, blah, 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 because she hasn't really been getting that ride. But then once I got her there, she was easy, happy, and then it was just that lead issue where, and you know, she gets quite mad, right? Like she gets frustrated and then she's like, oh, I hate this. I don't like it. So.
Well, give her another lesson this week and keep plugging away until.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty basic thing she's got to learn.
Yeah, definitely. And then physically, she didn't feel bad to me, but I am a little bit wondering because when she's jumping, and she's always been a little bit this way, but it's sort of getting worse. When she's jumping, she jumps her front legs and then she does this with her hind end, and it always goes to the left. So what that tells me is most likely when she goes to push off the ground, her right leg is pushing stronger than her left leg. Right? Because she's overpowering her hips to the left.
Right.
So whether that's
Is that a lead issue because she favors one side, so one side's built up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and we can look at her in the cross ties and see, like, I don't see any really bad asymmetry when I look at her. Some horses who are really developed on one side, you can actually see the one hip is higher, or they'll have muscle atrophy on one side. I don't see that when I look at her.
There's been a few people through the years who have really evaluated her conformation, and they've said it's really good. And they've nothing. The only issue is when we first got her at that Brian Moore clinic, she had that big horseshoe on the rear right side that was like a scar because she got kicked really hard.
Oh.
And that. But it's totally gone now. You can't see where
Yeah,
it is.
no, I haven't noticed that at all.
So, yeah, I think it could be just she's developing more on one side because she likes that one side. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me getting on her again and then maybe...
Yeah, keep going. We got to get this...
I want to make sure we don't get here, right?
Yeah.
Like it has to keep...
Yeah. And I want that also to go, if we can go to that barber clinic. And then if I had some notice, I would get Ren down here because they're off for the next week, for this week, right?
Because I know Kelsey originally was talking to me around like November 23rd or so.
Yeah.
I just texted her now and she says she's trying to figure it out. She'll get back to me tomorrow.
Awesome.
So
and then
that
once we get
is
that
out
date,
there.
We will put Blaze on you on a program and Ren on Blaze and you on a program. Just so they're optimal. And then hopefully Barbara can spend time, maybe watch one or two of the latest videos of Ren and Blaze, and so she's got some great ideas to, you know, do this or do that. And it's nice to see, like in the Brian Morton clinic, the routine that Blaze was doing, he solved that in like 7 rounds. You know, so he was kind of ticking off these issues right in the video, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what people go to clinics for. Yeah. Is to kind of, you know, walk away with something that's solid or some knowledge of some sort.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Okay, Leo, you gonna tell Leora your secret weapon for not looking down now?
I tightened the strap here really tight so it chokes me.
Oh, the choking method.
Yes.
See, if only I had thought of that and wasn't going to get sued for doing it. Yes, that's awesome. So I am not responsible for the choking chin strap. That's
Well, you're gonna
awesome.
have to tell them if he turns blue, tell him to slacken it up.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. So you're going to notice the difference when you look down.
Well, you know, say no pain, no gain.
That's right. Okay, we're going to start on the left. We're going to start on the circle here. And what I want you to do is canter, trot, canter, walk. Canter, trot, canter, walk. So you're going to have to go walk to canter as one of those. Now, her and I did pretty well with our walk to canters when I rode her yesterday. But the thing that's important is that she doesn't get stuck in the walk, not going anywhere, right? Like you need to keep her walking enough that when you ask, she's got a little bit of that forward thinking already there.
So it's walk, canter,
Canter, exactly. So you're basically you're cantering around and you're alternating transitions between trot and between walk. So we're going to start in trot. So you're going to trot your big circle, pick up your canter. Do 1 to 1.5 circles of canter, go back to walk. Walk to canter, canter to trot, canter to walk, and so on. Does that make sense? I think I explained that better to my previous lesson. I think I just sort of got a little discombobulated there. She's got a pretty thick throat, okay? And if you're all the way to the top here, when she goes on the bit, see what happens? Okay, so we don't need her to be choked, right? That's just you with your chin strap that we're going for. So you just want to have a little more slack in this. And you see, as long as it's sitting on the top half of her cheekbone there, that's just fine. Okay, so you got your whole fist and then some because her throat's a little bit on the thicker side. Okay, Mama.
What's this thing on your arm?
It's a microphone for the video camera.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so let's go out on the left. So a little more oomph in your working trot, Leo, right? You want to start with a good forward rhythm.
Walk, canter, trot, canter.
So I'll talk you through it. You're starting in trot, then you're cantering, and then you're alternating. So if you've started in trot, after you canter, then you're going to walk. Then you're going to canter again, and then you're going to trot. So every transition is a different transition. You're going back and forth in between walk and trot. So we want to be ready to canter at any moment, right? And here she's a little stuck in the mud. Like she looks like she's not going anywhere. Good. Smooth arms. Carry your hands up above her shoulder blades. That's right. And then prepare and walk. Hands up above the shoulder blades, right? So you're keeping your elbows bent. Look up to the left. And canter. Squish her into the canter. Good. Now ready and trot. Nice. Okay, I like that trot. Now put her on a little smaller circle. Just ask for a little more yield, a little more bend. Not fast. Good, and back out to your big circle. Just push on here. I want to just see her push both hind legs. Steady, steady. That's right. So if you push and she gets fast, you need to resettle her back down, right? Settle back, half halt her back. And then when you push again, what you're trying to do is to get her to take a longer step, not a faster step. Good, good, Leo. Okay, canter when you're ready. Catch the shoulder, outside half halt. Good with your eyes. Keep your hands up above the shoulders, looking and turning a little bit all the time. Good. Transition to walk. Good with your hands. I like how as soon as no, shorten your reins. Come on, you're about to canter. And canter. Walk doesn't mean walk break, right? Remember, we're doing walk canter. Canter whenever you're ready. Whenever your walk is organized. Okay, so let's try that again. We're gonna walk and canter smoothly. Oh, did you just get choked? That's gonna sound terrible on the video. Make sure you add the part where we're explaining about the chin strap.
Yeah, you're released from all liability.
That's right. Okay, looking up to the left and canter. Yes, what a difference. Soften your arm a little bit. Looking up. Good, and sit in and walk. Hands up and walk. Good with your eyes, you caught yourself. Good for you. Okay, trot forwards. I really liked the last walk to canter transition, so let's do the canter from the trot now. Good. Okay, Leo, looking ahead, trot and change direction through your circle. So you're going to do a little yin-yang sign, turn through the middle of the circle and then back onto the right rein. That's right. Good. Now give her a little pat here before we ask her to do anything hard. Give her a little pat here with your inside hand. Stroke her neck. So when you do that, you can keep your reins, keep holding your reins, look at me, and just pat her like that, okay? So you still have your reins, and that way it could be a quick pat, or it could be stroking her neck, telling her she's good. Either way, it's really easy to get your contact back. Okay, so let's get back into your working trot. The reason I wanted you to pat her as soon as you change direction is we don't want to start out with a fight. Right? And this is the direction that she gets really frustrated on. So we want to make sure that you're starting out on good, even terms. Good. Just keep posting. Make sure, Leo, that your circle is staying really round, right? There should be no corners on your circle. Really good. Really good. There's a nice bend through her body. Good, and when you're ready, looking up and cantering on. Good girl, praise her right away. And prepare and walk. Hands up. Be careful when you sit into the walk that you don't lose your legs out in front of you, okay? You need to sit in and bend your knees. Okay, looking up to the right, preparation. Good. When you're ready, that's okay. This is her hard side, so we don't expect a perfectly clean transition from her at this point. Preparation to trot. Ready and trot. Eyes. Good. Keep your hands up above the shoulders. I'd like Leo to see your hands just a little bit wider, so we've got two direct reins, okay? So there's no interruption through the neck. Keep looking ahead around your circle, and up to canter when you're ready, looking up to the right. Beautiful, good, good. Let's go straight up the long side, straight up the long wall. And that's a little bit of a break from her, from holding the lead on the circle, which is a little bit harder. A little bit of a mental break for her. Think about the ribs bending out through the corner, Leo. Yeah, good. Good correction. Okay, transition to trot. Into the corner, ribs pressing out to the corner. Good, and walk break. Better with your position there, okay? You stayed where you were and you didn't end up like that. Very good. Okay, she can have long reins on her walk break. Oh, goodness. Leo, while you're on your walk break, just let her come have a sniff of this jump. This one's new. She hasn't seen it yet. It's old but new. Okay, Leo. So let's start off the left. I want you to trot in. You're going to trot down over this simple vertical on the quarter line. Okay. And then I want you to land and trot a big circle, working on the left bend. Okay. And then you're going to trot in over this one, looking up, up, up. I think I am going to give you a placing pull there just to help you a little bit. And then after this second jump, I want you to finish on a right lead canter circle down at the far end. So after you jump this one, you might need to simple change. Actually, no, let's not simple change with her. You might need to get your flying change. Remember that hopefully when you ask, you get it cleanly. But if you only get the front half, keep the canter, half out the outside rein, get that hind leg to step through. Okay, ready? Just those two jumps to start, and then finishing on the circle up at the end here. Just the quarter line and the diagonal, and then a circle at the end. So, yeah, looks like you're gonna circle. I think you should circle. I liked that you were looking for the circle. This is not the trot you want to go to your jump out of, right? She needs to be trotting with a little more purpose. There we go. Quarter line. Good, looking up. Leg close. Whoops. Let's come there again, Leo. We want to get that smoother before we go to the spooky jump because she actually hesitated about her takeoff spot, which made it a little hard for you. So make sure between the pole and the jump that your leg is on stronger than it was trotting in. Right? You're trotting in, stepping over the pole, and closing your leg. Looking up, and leg. Better, and she jumped that really nice and straight. Good.
Okay, I'll go.
Diagonal. Keep your good trot. Looking up. Grab some mane. Leg, 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 leg. Uh-oh. I hope that chin strap is cutting in there, sir. Look up, look up. Now soften your hand because she's already given it to you. Good, and trot and walk. Good, Leo. I'll be quicker next time to let you know when you've gotten the lead, okay? She gave it to you fairly quickly that time. Now on landing though, right away you're looking down for that lead, okay? I want you to feel it, press her out, feel if it feels right or wrong, and then you can, even if you're on the wrong lead in this part, you can always ask heading into the corner. Well, seeing how she's very difficult to land on the right lead, it's quite a process. I did not succeed in that yesterday. Mind you, I was jumping on a straight line, not a diagonal line. But let's come here and we'll talk about that. Okay, so you're trotting in, you want her to land on the right lead. So here, your right hand would be opened away from her neck, pointing where you want her to go. Okay, and even though you don't want her to turn like that, you want her to follow her legs through like that. And then basically, this is the moment where you're asking for the canter, right? Jumping and cantering are basically the same deal. Okay, so you're trotting in, here's the moment where the canter starts. So you want the right lead of canter, so which leg goes back? Yes. Okay, so here, your left leg would be back, and it's gonna squeeze a little harder as she's taking off than the right leg. Okay, in a normal canter transition, they probably squeeze about the same. But here we want to exaggerate to her about yielding and going to the right lead. Okay, so eyes up to the right, right hand open, left leg hard on takeoff. Okay, your right leg is still there. The right leg is going to help prevent her from turning. We want her to be going straight but picking up the right lead. So right leg is on, left leg is going to squeeze between the pull and the jump as you look and show her with your opening right rein. So show me how you would do an opening right rein. Yeah. Now you want to have contact. Sorry, my hands are really cold. But you want to have contact, okay? So you're not pulling back, but it's almost like you're opening a door. Okay, so she's got to feel, so when you have this hand wide, what that does, if you've got a feel of this rein, is it slides the bit through her mouth and the bit ring on this side is gonna press against her cheek. Does that make sense? So it's not actually this side of the bit that we're after, right? If we want to do something with this side, you'd be taking back. We're coming wide to slide the bit through her mouth and shift it like that. Okay? So having said all that, best laid plans, she's probably still not going to give you the lead. But if she does, then I'll be a very proud coach. And I'll totally take the credit. Just kidding. Okay. So let's do, oh, she is much softer after her bath.
Yeah, she is.
And her socks were almost white, except the back is stained from the hog fuel outside, I think. Kind of brown. Okay, ready? Let's do that same pattern again. The quarter line, the diagonal line, the right hand circle. Keep your eyes up, ride your track, feel your lead, and be ready to ask for your lead if it doesn't feel right. Okay, you're gonna ask in that corner if you're not sure. Okay, you could also ask Leo, right, land straight. You could ask now for a lead change. Or if you're not sure, you're gonna keep your eyes up. I'll remind you if you're still in the wrong lead now. And then you're gonna ask in the corner. Same thing, right? Outside leg, opening inside rein, opening your body to the turn. Easy, mama. Okay, off you go. Straightness. Nice, good and straight, Leo. So keeping those hands a little bit apart, having that direct line you're riding her through. Good, left leg, opening right rein, and you did it, you rotten kid. Good for you, keep going and circle. Awesome job, get that right bend. Awesome job, Leo. Push her ribs out a little. She's not bending right yet. That's it, but not roughly, right? Not roughly. Keep chipping away at it. Give away your outside rein a little bit. Allow her to turn her head. There you go. There you go. Good, right? Because you can be working all day long on the inside aids. If your outside rein's too tight, she's not going to have room. Good. Okay, and back to trot. And big pats for her. Good. Do you know why I called you a rotten kid? Because I tried for 20 minutes yesterday to get her to land on the right lead. And I couldn't do it. Good for you. Excellent. Now, it's a little bit more inviting to the horse to do that on the diagonal, right? Because it's a natural change of direction. I was doing it on the straight line, but still, I'm proud of you, okay? Because you cued that to happen. Now, your outside leg must have been good and strong there. The next time we do this, I just want you to practice with your opening inside rein. I just want to see it a little bit more away from her neck. Okay. Yeah. Well, and then you just keep your shoulders tall, right? So that it's not getting in your space, but you should still be able to do this. Okay, so I just want to see that right hand a little more away from her. Okay, good. So we're gonna add now, same first two jumps, and then we're gonna add trotting in and doing the one stride here. So you're doing your canter circle, go back to trot, trot in, canter out over the pole, and then actually for good practice, why don't we do the trot, walk, halt on the straight line after. Okay, Leo, now we're ready to do a battery change. Leo, I still want to see you start with a little more trot, okay? So that you're not having to create that on the way to your jump. Have all the trot you need now. Keeping your leg anchored, keeping that rhythm coming forward. Straight, be ready for the wide right rein. Get ready for your lead change and go. Outside leg, look up, look up, look up. Look where you're going, outside leg. Leo, she's looking the wrong direction. There you go, good job. I'm just yelling because the rain is so loud you probably can't hear me. Good job. Okay, back to trot. Just do a trot circle, get her a bit settled. Make sure that you're allowing your outside rein enough that she can look to the right around this right hand circle. And start to look for your grid. Straight, both legs on. Look up, look up. Okay, not bad. Let's trot around and do the grid one more time, Leo. You caught up with her, but you were a little bit behind the motion here when she needed to jump, right? Think about your hips being bent. So as she steps over the pole, you're in the right position for her to lift you over the jump. Little more trot. Eyes up. Yes. Good for you. And trot, walk, halt. Good. Big pat for her. She's being very good there about gearing down smoothly. Now the next time we do that, I want you to see if you can get the halt before the wall. Okay? I think you could have that time. So do you know why she didn't get the lead that time? Yeah. Right. Exactly. Okay, that's a really key term there, is you had a loose rein. So in order for that to influence her where it does shift the bit over, you need to have that little bit of tautness, right, between you and her, so that your rein is connected and then you're shifting it over. Okay? Nice. And it's not a pull, but you have to have contact and then move that over. Okay? All right. So let's do this now. We're gonna canter jump 1, trot jump 2, and ask for the lead change. And then trot into the grid, which has just got a jump coming out now as well. Or a bigger jump, I can't remember what I did. Okay. Remember, Leo, after jump 2, when you're on your right hand canter circle, you need to release your outside rein a little bit so that she's got room to bend to the right on this circle, okay? Good. Keep your rhythm. It's okay. Let's come there again. Now keep going. You're going to come there again. Now I saw you fighting hard with your leg. Unfortunately, she was a little bit tuned out. So make sure in your trot to canter that she's awake. Good, and I love how tall you stayed. Good for you, Leo. Trotting, little bit of left bend. That's right. Looking up, wide right hand. Get ready for your lead change. Ask her to look to the inside. Good, you got it. Allowing the outside rein, allow her to look to the right. And trotting your grid. Look up, look up. Easy. Straight.
That again.
Trot, walk, halt. Halt. Good, big pat for her. It's always the black and white one with you, isn't it? Too funny. Stella, stay out of the ring, you little monster. Okay, Leo, so we need to work again on that opening inside rein over fence 2. And it's not going to guarantee you the lead, but right now it's not really quite, it's not quite being executed fully, so it's not helping you get the lead. Again, remember, as you open that inside rein, you're also pressing her with your new outside leg, your left leg. So let's just jump that diagonal fence a couple times and then we'll do our course again. Oh, I just want to say how much I loved your position there, right? You were like tall, strong, leg was on. You didn't get excited and get ahead of her. That was perfect, okay? Good. So on your right hand, it's going to be the feeling of opening a door. Good, look right, open the door, there you go, good job. Much better, Leo. Now you got just a fraction stiff in your body, so she was a little worried that you were going to catch her in the mouth. Did you feel she kind of threw her head up because she didn't want you to be touching her mouth? Okay, let's come one more time and try that. Same idea. Just trying to be smooth. Make sure you land. Like this hand, the hand that's not opening can just be down in her neck, right? Show her that you are releasing your rein through the other hand. Okay, ready? Little more trot. Good. Ready? Open the door. Yes, good for you. Now you didn't get the lead, but that was just right. Prepare now. Look and lead change. Outside leg. Keep her looking to the inside. Little bump outside leg again. And half halt. Keep the leg and half halt. Outside rein. Good for you, you got it. Okay, Leo, little pat for her and a little break for her. And then we're gonna get ready to do our whole course again. I'm just gonna change it a little bit. I think her weight's looking good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her ribs are, she still has a little padding.
Yeah, I know. We got another girth that when she's like right dialed in, this one won't work anymore, and you got a smaller one.
Right.
Lots of fuzz on it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is perfect for the winter.
Yeah, exactly. She's, you know, maybe 30 or 40 pounds heavier than she should be, which in a horse is not much at all. Yeah, it's that time of year where you have to start feeding them a bit more too, because they start losing weight with the cold. You know, they need more caloric intake.
The blankets help for that. It reduces that ache and such.
Yeah. All right, Leo, keep her walking. She's still puffing. Okay, so just the oxers now. You're going to do both in canter. If you land feeling organized after the first one, just come right around and catch the next one. If you're having lead problems or she's disorganized or fast or whatever, you can circle, okay? But I'd love it if it was just 1 to 2, no circle.
Same thing applies to this one?
Yep,
I'm just thinking I should apply to that one too, maybe?
with the opening rein.
On that one? Well, it is her left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her left.
So that one you don't really need to help her so much because she lands left, right? Like as long as you're looking up to the left, you're riding a straight line, she's really good about landing on her left lead. Okay, and then after the second oxer, right back to trot and organize for the one stride. Well, after you've figured out your lead, I should say, then you're trotting into the one stride. After this one? Yeah, that's lead related, right? Because she's on the wrong lead, she's a little out of balance, she's speeding up, and then you're asking her to get the lead, and as you're asking her, she's speeding up away from your leg. Okay, so when you ask her, you want to also be able to keep a little bit of a half halt feeling that she's not rushing away. Just like when you leg yield sideways, the horse should not speed up from the leg pressure to go sideways. All right, let's go. Good canter, Leo. Stick with it. I bet. You okay? Okay, just don't be in a hurry. She just needs to catch her brain and think about that for a second. So why do you think she stopped? What's that?
It was kind of off.
The-
You have to make a short lead, and we didn't have enough for it.
Yeah, so she was
I think we should have done a half halt over there.
right. So she was in between strides, right? Like she couldn't really jump this nicely out of the canter she was in because she either had to jump really, really long or get in a little tiny stride. She still could have made and should have made a better effort than she did, right? And here is where I saw you fighting with your leg, but when you're that short and that deep, you might need to also cluck or growl or be a little bit more aggressive with like keeping your shoulder back, but get, right? Now that she has stopped, we definitely need to be aggressive here. Okay? I'm gonna give you a stick as well. If she stops again, you're gonna remain calm. You're gonna take your reins in one hand, give her a light tap behind your leg, then we're gonna come around and get it again, okay? She just needs to have a consequence there. Let's see here. Okay, so again, it's not about beating on her, right? But it just needs to be like, hey, that's not allowed. Okay? So when you pick up your canter, Leo, give her a little tap with the whip behind your leg just to let her know that you've got one. Now, did you give her a tap? Okay. Good. Now be determined, keep your eyes up, keep your position. This is your canter, so you're sticking with this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Dig in, dig in, dig in. Stop. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the plan? Look up. Now you're not jumping it, but take your reins in one hand and give her a little spank. Okay. Now let's back her up. Back her up. Back her up. All right, I don't know if that's much of an excuse. Okay. And you're gonna trot over this. So back up a little straighter. Look at your jump. Now trot over. Dig in, ready, hands forward, and dig in, dig in, dig in, dig in, dig in. Good, and praise her right away. Good girl. Praise her right away. Good girl. Yeah. And even if you're not quite ready to give her a pat, like if you're thinking about your whip or whatever, just use your voice. Tell her she's good there. Okay? Okay, so let's come canter over this one now. Now don't give up, okay? Be tough up there. Get the job done. Look up to the other side. Get strong, get strong, get strong. Good. Big pat. Tell her she's good. And she jumped that very, very well. Nope. Trot. Good question. Good. Trot and walk and praise her. Excellent. We're not going to continue yet because we still haven't gotten this jump back to where it was, okay? So I want to see her jump it how we had it, because this is not a big jump, right? Like, this is not an unfair question for her to be asked. Okay, so let's come. Be ready to support just as hard as you just did. Okay, big pat. Big pat. Oh. Good, Leo. Now tell her how good she is. Good, and walk down the long side and we'll go do that again. So there was a bad distance that she made a big effort and a good effort from, right? And we should expect that from her. Like, it's not, these jumps are not so big that she can't try that hard to make it work, okay? Because there's gonna be moments where you're not at the perfect distance and she has to help out in those moments, okay? The jumps start getting up 3'3", 3'6", 3'9", then you have to be accurate, right? Because it's not fair at a 3'9" oxer to say, oh, you're just gonna have to leave the ground 4 feet earlier than you should, right? That's too much work. That's just too hard, okay? But at this height, and she's got, you know, you and your brother's on her, she's got to help out a little bit. Okay, let's come do that one again.
And if I succeed, should I continue?
Yes, exactly right. Okay, if we like it, she's a good girl. Even if it's not perfect, but she tries hard like the last time, then you're gonna carry on. Yes, good ride. Look ahead. Organized. Look up, look up, look up. Dig in, dig in, dig in, dig in. Good ride. Good for you, Leo. Ready, and yes, you got it. Now smooth it out. Slow down, not so fast. Good, and trot transition. Just trot a circle, Leo, because she's a little wound up. Tell her she's a good girl. Easy. Make sure you've got that smooth right bend. You're turning your steering wheel a little bit to the right. Good, and look ahead for your grid. Easy, mama. Easy. Good, and good leg through there, Leo. Excellent, and a big pat for her. And you're doing a great job there into the halt of keeping your body centered and just getting firm about everything. Okay, perfect. When she made the effort at this jump, she jumped it really well. Okay, and I'm really happy here with how determined you were, right? And your leg was just in there 1,000 pounds, and you're like, you better not think about stopping, right? And you have to be that clear sometimes. If the horses are backed off, we need to be that sure.
Was the striding here good, or she just overjumped it that bit?
I don't totally remember, to be honest. You'll have to look at the video. I was so excited that that you both were so bold there. I can't totally remember. Did it feel long to you?
Bit. I think I made the striding right. It's just she overjumped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. It's the end of the day, my brain's starting to make this slow buzzing sound. She was a little bit nervous and fast coming into the one stride, right? You had to actually keep her a little bit. But then at the same time, your leg needed to be there strong, that she didn't think about stopping or think about quitting, right? So you did that just perfect. Okay, good. And I'm really happy that she didn't stop here, right? Because then we're sort of reopening that can of worms again. So good work, Blaze. Hey, you have to be a grown-up and jump courses. Good. Any questions, Leo? That makes sense about the open rein? No questions? Okay. All right. So cool down procedure, right? I would trot her for a minute or two and just trot her, stretch her, do both directions, and then start your walking cool down. Yes, she is.